Conflict is a part of life, but it shouldn't be a regular part of family. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to cope with family conflict. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, and education, all through the lens of the principle self-government. So let's go ahead and talk about coping with conflict. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about conflict, but mostly we're going to spend our time talking about healthy, empowering ways that you can increase your resilience, your ability to handle conflicts as they might come, because you can't get rid of all of them because we can't control everybody around us, but you can have some strategies, some helps in place to help keep your mindset clear and help you have the skills you need when the next conflict occurs. I feel like we need to just make sure that we understand before we get into the solutions that oftentimes conflict occurs because a person is self-focused. This is what gets them blindsided. They start thinking about how they feel, what they want, what their needs are that might not be getting met, and they don't know how to get the point across to another person, okay? So let's just start there. When that's our issue, it can lead to family conflict and power struggle because both people, especially if they're coming from the same place, could feel ill-used once they start negative attention seeking with each other or starting to control the other person to get their needs met. So that's usually what leads to family conflict. There are some other things. I know that I have a video called 4 Types of Family Conflict, so you could look that one up too. That's going to go into a lot more detail about family conflict. If you just type family conflict in on this channel, you're going to find a ton. So this channel teaches all about self-government. So what is self-government? Self-government is being able to determine the cause and effect of any given situation and possessing a knowledge of your own behaviors so that you can control them. So the focus for the solutions that I'm going to be talking about here in this video all relate to self-government, which is no matter what the conflict is, no matter whose quote-unquote fault that conflict is, that's not our concern. Our concern is who we are, what skills we are using, if we are in control of ourselves in the conflict. So often we get caught up in the details of the conflict, like whose dish it was, or whose dish night it is, or where we're going to go eat, or, you know, I don't know, who hit who accidentally. Was it accidental? Was it not accidental? All those types of things are things that can lead to conflicts, but truly, none of those little details are really what led to the conflict. What really led to the conflict was the state of mind, the condition of heart that the person was in at the time that that action or moment occurred. And then you saw the true colors of that person come out, which at that moment, the true colors were anger. That doesn't mean that if a person is angry one time, they're always angry people. No, I know people who are very, very calm all the time, and then sometimes I see them get angry and I'm shocked and realize, oh my word, that's their true colors. But don't forget that when you are showing those emotions, that is your true colors. People call it, oh, well, that's the truth. Yeah, but that's the type of truth that can also really hurt relationships. So be careful about that as well. So let's talk about some skills of self-government that can get you back to living more in alignment with who you want to be on the inside, that can help you with your own self-government. So there are 4 basic skills of self-government. I actually have a children's book package that teaches each one of these 4 basic skills, but they're also part of all of my trainings because they're one of the foundational pieces. So the 4 basic skills are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. Let's just take one of those skills right now and discuss that. So when a person can do all 4 of those 4 basic skills, that's going to take care of 99% of their behavioral problems. And FYI, when you are having family conflict, that is a behavioral problem that you are having. You may think it's their behavior problem and you're just reacting to it, but aha, it's the reaction that is your behavior. So you are also having a behavior problem. So if there's a conflict, a power struggle that's occurring, you must examine your own behavior first. You might have to give yourself instruction about a behavior you want to have. You might need to give yourself no answers about a behavior that you feel inclined to do right in the minute. You might need to drop the subject about that behavior that you really wish you could do right in the minute. You've got to get it out of your head, out of your mind, so that your heart can change and be different. You might disagree appropriately with that person. That's going to be beneficial. You might also accept consequences of your own negative behaviors. You might have to accept negative consequences. You might have to apologize and try to fix things and admit that you have done wrong. That is a consequence in and of itself. Admit you have done wrong so that you can actually fix your problem and overcome the conflict. So you see, all 4 of those 4 basic skills are the recipe for success. Let's talk about the steps to one of them. Let's talk about the steps to accepting a no answer, because I mentioned that one a little bit more. So when you accept a no answer or criticism, you do 4 things. You look at the person or the situation, so you acknowledge it. You make sure you establish a connection with a person if this is an issue with a person. Then you keep a calm face, voice, and body. That means that you actually have to understand how to be calm. And I'll give you a help for that in a minute. Then you say, okay, this is what happened. I can't change it. I lost my dollar. I had a fight with so-and-so. So-and-so doesn't agree with me. That's a no answer that you can't change, okay? You wish it was different, but it's not different, so it's a no answer. So you say, okay. Or you disagree appropriately with the other person. So that's another option. And there are steps to disagreeing appropriately. Okay, I'm not going to go into those now. And then you drop the subject. That's the key one. Drop the subject. Many people who engage in family conflicts are taking it personally. Now, if you are watching a family conflict unfold in front of you, you can't take it personally. You can't help if you take it personally. It's super important that you keep yourself calm. So everyone needs to understand calmness in order to have conflict not take over. What if you're watching 2 people have a conflict and you know the 4 basic skills of self-government? You can check yourself for calmness. Then you can actually have a disagree appropriately mindset that helps them seek to understand, then to be understood, so that they could solve their problem. You could help coach in the right direction if you possessed the skills that you needed. Now, I told you I had something that would help you with calmness, and I want to make sure that you have that, because calmness is like the most important tone element for a person to have in order to maintain their self-government. When people are wild, when they're hot-tempered, they're not going to be self-governed in anything. So we've got to rein that in first. So there is a Calm Parenting Toolkit that I have on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com. Go to that Calm Parenting Toolkit, get the 10 tools for calmness to help you in your relationships. It is free right now. It's a little mini course. It's not my full training, but it will be a great first step for you on your road to self-government. I'll see you there.